Take a trip to my house, my house, my house. Damn it. That song is stuck in my head. I blame you, Prospect. You, right here. Prospect. I blame you. Hello, all. I would like support, please. So we got one top, we got one mid, we got one ADC, and then this Saurian guy is probably gonna have to juggle if he likes it. I'm talking too much.
The dawn has arrived.
Now, when somebody uses Caitlyn, I love to play Nidalee. I know people say Nidalee's not a support, you know, and they make fun of her, or it's just like, oh no, you can't do that, it's not good. No, you can use support Nidalee, but you have to use it in very specific ways. When you use support Nidalee, first of all, the rest of your team, including the AD carry, have to be pretty heavy in utility. So normally I would play Nidalee with Caitlyn because it dominates the lane. And Caitlyn does have a certain amount of utility to her. She has long range attacks. She has an ultimate that once locked on, you can't shake it unless you use it or use an ability that gets you out or something like that, you know, stuff. But utility champions are, like, for AD carry, would be like Mars. You know, he does a lot of damage, he has a lot of attack speed, and his ultimate is a massive stun that can spread to other party members. You know? So something like that for utility-based champions, you know? Junglers are usually pretty utility-based, so you can kind of take your pick, but for top laners, good utility champion is Renekton, because he has a stun, he has an escape, his ultimate does percent-based damage to all enemies in the area, he has extra health, you know, he's a very strong utility champion. He's not like really heavy utility, but he's good at utility. You know, he has some utility with him. That's what you need on your team when you're going to support Nidalee. Because as support Nidalee, what you're going to be doing most of the time is just warding, poking, and attempting to split push. You can't do much else with support Nidalee. That's all it's gonna be. Unless you go pure damage, in which case then you'll just be in the fights. But support Nidalee, you don't usually pick up damage items. You know, you pick up spell pin boots, of course, and sightstone, as well as other wards and oracles. And then you'll pick up stuff like Cage's Pick, Archangel Staff because you can get the stacks up really early. And it turns into a defensive item too for you, Seraph's Embrace. You know, you'd be picking up a Woda, Will of the Ancients, if you have a lot of AP on your team, and you have champions like Jax or Kale or anyone that you know, that uses hybrid stuff really well. But that's what you'll be doing as support in Italy. You're not really in the fights that much with support in Italy. You're split pushing, you know, you're poking, and that's it. It's not impossible, and it's not, you know, it's not something that doesn't happen. It's just that's what the scenario is. That's how you play support in Italy. You support your team by doing, you know, split pushing, by warding, by poking them down. It's just how support in Italy is played. Because support champions, like when people think of support champions, they think of champions that are in the fights providing stuns and stuff like that, and to a certain extent they are. But support means you support the team. You know, the definition of the word support is to help. You know, help one person or help more people. So you help your team by doing those things as in Italy.
I will protect you.
Okay, they have an Alistair on their team, so invading is probably not the best idea. Also, their Shyvana has exhaust, so no escape, but in dragon form, she doesn't need one.
Stay at the vanguard. The sun always rises
until minions spawn.
Actually, you know what? Against Vayne and Alistair, because they're a knockback team, I could have bought 4 wards and 1 health potion instead of 3 wards and 3 potions. Because they're reliant on close range combat. So, because Caitlyn is long range, and because Alistair and Vayne are short range, Caitlyn will have a pretty good poke advantage against them with her auto attacks.
Ever vigilant.
And if anyone just gets close, I'll just go boop, stun them.
I must not fall. Chosen of the sun.
That Shyvana would normally start red. It's just what Shyvana does because she's not reliant on mana. She's they call it firepower, but it's initially steam-based mechanics, where after so many abilities and uses, you can use your abilities. Wait, no, that's not how it works. Hang on. No, I'm right. Never mind. After so many uses of your abilities, you can use other abilities. Yeah, that's what it is. Nope. This Alistair doesn't have bonus ward. It's already vision power. What the bonus ward you can do is you can try and force out one of their vision wards, assuming they bought one. Not that they would use it, but I've seen people a vision ward after me putting a bonus ward out, just because they wanted more vision control. But having vision control so early is not a good idea.
Chosen of the sun.
Now at 310 is when you want to drop. Oh. 310 is when you want to drop your lane wards. 310 is when you want to drop your lane wards. because that's when junglers are
Ever vigilant.
most commonly done with their lane, with their jungle paths and their jungle camps and all that crap. The only real exception is champions that like to early gank you, like Xin Zhao, who will go in for like a level 2 gank, because he's Xin Zhao. He doesn't need level 3 to gank you. Which, if you're playing Xin Zhao, is fucking awesome. Some champions, they don't need level 3s to gank. It would help if they had it, but they don't need it. And then one champion I know for sure is kind of iffy, like Maokai jungle. If you have level 3, it helps a lot, but it's not necessary. All you need is your snare, and that's kind of it.
First light approaches. The sun always rises.
An
There we
enemy
go.
has been slain.
Did we kill Alistair? No.
Double kill.
There we go.
Rally to me.
For anyone watching, it took me so long to play Leona the right way. And if you want a second opinion or a third opinion, according to my AD carry, I'm still not aggressive enough on Leona. And I'm sure some of the high-ranked players who, if they were to watch this, would be like, yeah, you're not aggressive enough, you should be more aggressive. But it took me so long to play Leona the right way. It was absolutely, it was ridiculous. I had to work so hard to play Leona, and this, whoa, wake up, Caitlin.
An enemy has been slain.
It took me so long to play Leona the right way. I was not aggressive enough. I did not have the right style of playing Leona, because I figured tanky champions like her would normally be more passive when it comes to laning. But was I wrong? Like Alistair, because he doesn't have any long-range abilities aside from his headbutt, which essentially will knock someone away, you have to play him somewhat passively. Not really passively. You know, if you have to go in, go in. But it makes it a little bit challenging because he doesn't have any long-range abilities.
Stay at the vanguard.
You know, he doesn't have an initiation tool too quick unless he headbutts in and then does his thing right when he his knock-up right when he headbutts. I mean, that's a tough combo to pull off too.
Rally to me.
You don't know how to do it. But it's just one of those things you have to abuse when you're Leona or Caitlyn. You want to abuse your range. You want to make them fear you. Like, look what I'm doing right here. Because I am so stun based right now, Vayne is not even going like. Look at this. 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 Like, and look, Alistair knocked me right into the wall too. Because oh shit! That was not supposed to happen. I was supposed to go around this way, and the Pathfinder fucked me up, and so good. Died.
The sun always rises.
Should see. Yeah, so that was actually my fault. I should have seen that. But unless the jungler wasn't there,
First light approaches.
Vayne would have backed off much sooner. Okay, now when I see Alistair next, okay, so he dropped one pink, one green, river, and I have my ultimate. So that means I need to pick up. Is he gonna drop another pink or not? Okay, so he has one pink, so I'm gonna have to buy 3. One for that, one for here, one for over here, and then one for his counter. No, sorry. One for there, one for up here, one for his counter pink when he drops his pink, and then greens for whatever. Actually,
Chosen
no,
of
I'm
the
gonna stay.
sun.
We need to go back at some point.
I must not fall. Stand and fight. Stay at the back. I must not fall.
So I guess wrong. I thought that they would have tumbled through here, used the stealth that she had, and walked into the bush, but I guess wrong, and we almost died, but it's okay. We made it out all right. And I missed my ultimate, but I scared her enough to the point where she wouldn't go behind her and kept her in front. So that actually, it could have been better, but it was fine. Like, it could have been worse. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to pick up actually one more for good measure. Pick up one of those, and a couple of these. Three of these, I guess. There we go.
Stay at the vanguard.
Now I picked up one extra vision ward, like unnecessarily. I really didn't need to pick up that many. I just do it in case we need one for something. So if we need one for dragon, like we're gonna do dragon because we have the time to, we have an opportunity to. I'll have it
I will
just in
protect
case.
you.
But in retrospect, I should have picked up a sight stone. That would have given me health that I needed, and it would have put me closer to a ruby sight stone,
Ever
which would have been
vigilant.
better. And remember, for every ward you destroy, you end up getting about a 30 gold return on it, so to speak. So
The sun always rises.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
in retrospect, the visions, assuming you use one, like destroying one of their
First
vision
light
wards,
approaches.
will give you, well, you basically save 30 gold in one aspect or another. You'll make 30 gold, however you want to look at it. But like, what I'm waiting for right now is for this Alistair to come in. When it's
Chosen of
stunning,
the
but if
sun.
he's got it boarded, and I know he does, or he's just being really
An
scared
enemy
because I'm
has
here.
been slain.
Rally to me. Ever vigilant.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. That was fine. It was a good trade.
I will protect you.
Alistair is probably the only champion where I will pick up a fairy charm instead of a rejuve, like a tank champion. But I'll pick up a rejuve bead instead of fairy charm instead of a rejuve bead. But it's very situational, and it's only in situations that I know that we won't be able to
The sun
handle what the other
always
team, or
rises.
sorry, we will be able to handle what the enemy team is putting out. That's when I'll buy a rejuve bead. If I can't handle it, I'll pick up a fairy charm because he needs the mana regen for his heals. His
I
heals
must
cost the
not
most
fall.
amount of mana, I think, out of everything he's got.
Stay at the vanguard. I will break their line. me.
Okay, so for some reason my Zenith Blade didn't go off, but I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. That was weird. I honestly thought that went off, so that was a little strange.
First light approaches.
That was strange.
Your team has destroyed
Chosen
a
of the
turret.
A little bit
sun.
strange. Okay, now's a good opportunity too, by the way, to ward their blue, because you can. It gives you. It's a good path that people walk through, and it'll give you sight of when the blue's up. But wow, I can't believe my Zenith Blade didn't go off. If I had gotten that off, it would have saved a lot more turret-based damage. Oh, he's already got a hex. Wow. Already got a hex drinker on that lease. Pretty. Oh, shit. Heads up. Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. Leave, guys. Leave, leave, leave. Alright. I can buy a Sightstone right off the shelf. That's how you know you're doing good. When you can buy a Sightstone, well, almost right off the shelf. I ended up buying a Ruby.
Stay at the
But
vanguard.
when you can buy it so almost at full gold, that's when you know you're doing good. Oh wow, see he just did the combo.
The sun
The
always
headbutt
rises.
knock him. And oh, is Vayne gonna get it? That's why Vayne is such a
Ever vigilant.
ridiculously powerful champion. Even against Caitlyn. Up close and personal is difficult to fight against.
First light approaches. Feel the sun's glory.
I could ult you, Lux. I will spare you now.
Chosen of the sun.
Heads up, Lee.
The sun always rises. Rally to me. I must not fall. I will protect you. Ever vigilant. Stay at the vanguard. Twilight fades.
Rod of Ages on Lux. I'm not against it, but I
light
don't
approaches.
think it's a good item for her. Like, she could pick so many other things instead.
Has been slain.
Smart move by Gang. He shot me once and he died to me, and then he walked away because Leona has no had like heal the ability, then different story.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I will pick up boost, but I'm gonna pick up.
Your team
Okay, you know
has
what? I'm gonna pick
destroyed
up
a
the
turret.
Ruby Crystal for now because he's not responding. So just wait. Pick up that and 2 of those.
The sun always rises. I must not fall. Ever vigilant. I will protect you.
Okay, so he doesn't want to make the lock. I'll make the lock.
First light approaches.
Heads up. Oh, good dash, Lee. Rockin' flash kicks. Oh, is that what they call them? Flash kicks?
Stay at the vanguard.
Yeah. Okay, so now, because Dragon's been taken, it's 20 minutes in. Now's a good time for teams to, well, I guess really strong teams.
Chosen the sun.
They would take Baron, or get Baron prepped. Let's get Baron. Oh, see, look, or right here.
An ally has been slain.
Rally to me.
You know what? Gangplank has no lifesteal yet, so I can actually kill him if I comboed all my shit. I don't trust him.
They'll have to get through me.
Not just me yet. Come on.
Chosen the sun.
I can't do anything right now. I'm too low. Just floored.
Stay at the
Kill a random
vanguard.
ward. Oh shit!
Shut down.
Oh god! Painful. We gotta get out of here.
The
Oh
sun
my god,
always
that was
rises.
just the worst time for any of that happened. Okay. Now, can I be able to lock it right now? No, I can't.
Rally to me.
No, I'm gonna go back and heal up anyway. Okay, now they have a pretty good mix of magic and physical. Alistair's magic, Vayne is physical, Gangplank's physical, Lux is magic, Shyvana's like both. So I'm gonna go mobility boots and pick that up for good measure, and one of these.
Ever vigilant. I must not fall.
Got about a quarter of time left on my oracles.
I will protect
See if I
you.
can just clear out any out of place wards here, if any of me in play. Alistair doesn't even have a. Oh, there's one there. Doesn't even have a sight. So
Ever vigilant.
not the sight stones make the game, but he loses ward control
I must
because
not
every
fall.
time you need a sight stone and you don't have one, then you know you kind of have to go back to base. And Sight stones
I
are
will
good for
break
that.
their
If you
line.
don't have a ward and you need one, they're pretty much there. So in terms of ward control, sight stones help, but they're not necessary. If you know how to
The
ward
sun
properly,
always rises.
you don't need a sight stone. To the right. Go to the right. No, she knows there's a trap there. Doesn't mean we still can't catch her.
Stay at the vanguard.
Gangplank's gonna try and push that.
Rally to me.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team
First
has
light
destroyed an
approaches.
inhibitor.
Chosen of the sun. First light approaches.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I must not fall.
Enemy double kill.
So it looks like we're gonna have to let them have that turret.
Stay
They have
at
4
the
of them there.
vanguard.
And Leona can stand up to that. But they're not gonna get this one.
Always right.
Hope not. I hope not. Apparently yes. Yep. So far,
Slain.
1 for 1. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Maybe, maybe not. 2, yep. 3. 1 for 4. Good deal. I'm just gonna sit on this Aegis right now.
I will protect you.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Ever vigilant.
Leona, you came and you found
Rally
me
to
a
me.
turkey on vacation. You really like to feast.
The sun always rises. Ever vigilant.
Now I have a bad habit of doing this too, is warding spots that don't really need to be warded at the moment. So because we have full control of their
First
jungle,
line
we have their
approaches.
turrets pushed up all the way, we don't really need to be warding our jungle. And I have a bad habit of doing that because I like to have vision in places. You know, you never know what's
Stay
going to
at the
happen
vanguard.
when you're pushing something. It's just my paranoia, I suppose, if you want to call it. Because I'm afraid that, okay, so she isn't doing, oh, okay, let's say
Chosen of the
I could
sun.
just go in and steal it. But, That's my paranoia.
I will protect you.
Shizaki. Another oracles. No, guys, don't engage. Don't engage.
I have not fought.
Engage. Alright, looks like we're engaging.
Feel the sun's glory.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Triple kill.
They'll have to get through me.
I'm just strategically placing myself in order to dodge that, but... Oh, I got him! Okay, cool. I'll take that. Alright, now we don't even need Baron. We can just finish him off right now.
Rally to me.
Just finish them off.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Stand and fight.
Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Twilight fades.
Alistair Vayne is such a good lane in a lot, but the problem is his range. You have double knockback, which helps so much because you can always into a wall with Alistair, like a thick wall, and then Vayne can go right in again and condemn them right there. So it's really good. But against a lane like Leona Caitlyn, it loses its power unless you're just completely out of position all the time. And I ended up getting 18 points for that, so the first game where I lost 15, I ended up making 3 in the long run. And this is the other thing that bothers me. When people have a bad game, they just end up starting to report one another. You know, we don't know what was on the other end. So it's hard for me to report somebody, even though I'm a bit of a hypocrite, I won't lie, because I say, hey, report this guy for a negative attitude and crap like that. But it's hard to report someone on the enemy team if you don't know what was going on. Unless they're AFK or leaving king, then you always do it, but it's hard to report someone on the other team. On your team, not that hard.